In a world often riddled with doubt and uncertainty, it's easy to feel like our journey has reached its end, our purpose fulfilled, our story complete. Yet, amidst the chaos and the trials of life, there's a gentle whisper echoing through the depths of our souls, reminding us that our journey is far from over. God is not done with you yet. These words carry with them a profound truth that transcends time and circumstance. They speak to the resilience of the human spirit and the boundless love of a divine creator. When we find ourselves at the crossroads of despair and hope, it's essential to remember that our lives are but a chapter in a much grander narrative, one written by the hand of a loving God who sees beyond our failures and shortcomings. In moments of doubt, it's natural to question our worth and our place in the world. We may feel insignificant, overshadowed by the magnitude of life's challenges. Yet, it's precisely in these moments that we must cling to the promise that God has a plan for each of us, a plan filled with purpose and meaning, waiting to unfold in ways we could never imagine. Even in the face of adversity, we are called to embrace the truth that God is not done with us yet. Each day brings with it new opportunities for growth and redemption as we navigate the complexities of life with courage and conviction. Though the road may be long and arduous, we can take solace in the knowledge that we do not walk alone, that God walks beside us, guiding us with His infinite wisdom and grace. In our darkest moments, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture, to succumb to despair and hopelessness. Yet, it's precisely in these moments that we must hold fast to the belief that our story is far from over. For even when we can't see the path ahead, we can trust that God is leading us toward a brighter tomorrow. As we journey through life, let us embrace the truth that God is not done with us yet. Let us rise above our fears and insecurities, knowing that we are beloved children of a God who has plans to prosper us, not to harm us, plans to give us hope and a future. May we find strength in His promises and courage in His presence as we continue to walk boldly into the unknown, confident in the knowledge that the best is yet to come. In the tapestry of our lives, there are moments of joy and moments of sorrow, threads of triumph and threads of defeat. Yet through it all, there is a divine purpose woven into the fabric of our existence, purpose that transcends the limitations of our understanding. For God's plans are not bound by time or circumstance. They are eternal and immutable, unfolding according to His perfect will. When we feel lost and alone, it's easy to succumb to the voices of doubt and despair that whisper in the depths of our souls. We may question our worthiness, our abilities, our very purpose in life. Yet, it's precisely in these moments that we must remember the words, God is not done with you yet. For even when we feel broken and battered by the storms of life, God is working behind the scenes, orchestrating a masterpiece of redemption and restoration. He takes our shattered pieces and transforms them into something beautiful, weaving together the fragments of our brokenness into a tapestry of grace and mercy. In the grand symphony of existence, each of us plays a unique and irreplaceable role, a role ordained by the hand of a loving Creator. Though we may stumble and fall along the way, we are never beyond the reach of God's outstretched hand. He lifts us up when we are weary, carries us through the darkest valleys, and sets our feet upon the path of righteousness. So, when life knocks you down and the world seems to crumble around you, take heart and remember that God is not done with you yet. Your story is still being written, your purpose still unfolding. Trust in His unfailing love and mercy, and know that He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. In the end, it's not our own strength or abilities that define us, but rather our willingness to surrender to the will of a sovereign God. As we yield to His guidance and direction, we discover that our truest identity lies not in our accomplishments or successes, but in our relationship with the One who created us. So let us embrace the truth that God is not done with us yet, and let us press on toward the prize that awaits us, a prize far greater than anything this world could ever offer. For in the end, It's not about how we start the race, but how we finish it, with faith, hope, and love, knowing that we are never alone, for God is always by our side. As we journey forward, let us hold fast to the promise of God's unending faithfulness. Let us draw strength from His Word, which reminds us that even in our weakness, His power is made perfect. For when we are at our lowest, it is then that His grace abounds all the more, lifting us up and carrying us through. In the midst of life's trials and tribulations, it can be easy to lose sight of the bigger picture, to become consumed by the cares of this world and the uncertainties of tomorrow. Yet, it is precisely in these moments that we must fix our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith. For in Him, we find hope that transcends our circumstances, peace that surpasses all understanding, and joy that fills our hearts to overflowing. No matter where you find yourself today, whether on the mountaintop or in the valley below, know this: God is not done with you yet. He has plans for you yet. He has plans for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. So do not lose heart, dear friend, for the one who holds the stars in the sky holds you in the palm of His hand. As you continue on your journey, may you be reminded of God's unfailing love and faithfulness. May you find courage in His promises, strength in His presence, and peace in His embrace. And may you never forget that no matter what may come your way, God is with you, and He will never leave you nor forsake you. So lift up your head and take heart, for the best is yet to come. Your story is still being written, and God is not done with you yet. Embrace each moment with faith and expectancy, knowing that the God who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. In the tapestry of eternity, every soul is woven with purpose, intricately designed by the hands of a divine Creator. As you stand amidst the backdrop of life's uncertainties, remember that your journey is far from over. God's plans for you extend beyond the horizon of your imagination, reaching into the depths of eternity. In moments of doubt and despair, it's easy to lose sight of the greater narrative unfolding around you. Yet, even in the midst of life's storms, there is a still small voice whispering, God is not done with you yet. These words are a beacon of hope, a reminder that your story is far from finished. For every setback you encounter, every obstacle you face, God is working behind the scenes, orchestrating a symphony of redemption and restoration. He is the master craftsman, transforming the broken pieces of your life into a masterpiece of His grace. With each trial you endure, He is shaping you, molding you into the person He created you to be. So, do not be discouraged by the challenges that lie ahead. Instead, take heart in the knowledge that God is with you every step of the way. He is the ever-present help in times of trouble, the source of strength when you feel weak, the fountain of hope when all seems lost. As you journey forward, remember that you are not alone. God walks beside you, guiding you with His wisdom and love. He has plans for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. So trust in Him, lean on Him, and let His unfailing love carry you through. Though you may not see the road ahead, know that God has already laid the path before you. He knows the plans He has for you, plans to prosper you, and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. So keep moving forward knowing that the best is yet to come. In the end, as you look back on your journey, you will see the hand of God guiding you every step of the way. You will see how He used every trial, every setback to shape you into the person you were always meant to be. And you will rejoice, knowing that God is not done with you yet, for your story is still unfolding, and the best is yet to come. As you continue to walk your path, remember that every step forward is a testament to the faithfulness of God. Even in moments of uncertainty and doubt, He remains steadfast, holding you in the palm of His hand. It's easy to become disheartened by the challenges and obstacles that life throws our way. But in those moments, it's important to remind yourself that God's plans for you are far greater than any trial you may face. He is the author of your story, and He is not finished writing it yet. So, when you feel overwhelmed by the weight of the world, take comfort in the knowledge that God is not done with you yet. He has a purpose for your life, and He will not abandon you in your time of need. In the depths of despair, it can be tempting to believe that your story has reached its conclusion. But the truth is that God's love knows no bounds, and His mercy endures forever. He is the God of second chances, of redemption, and of new beginnings. So, lift your head high and keep pressing forward. God is not done with you yet, and the best is truly yet to come. With faith as your guide and hope as your anchor, there is nothing you cannot overcome. In the grand tapestry of existence, your life is but a single thread. A thread woven into the fabric of eternity by the hands of a loving God. And though you may not always understand the twists and turns of your journey, trust in the one who holds the entire universe in His hands. For He knows the plans He has for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. So rest assured that God is not done with you yet. Your story is still being written, and it's bound to be more beautiful than you could ever imagine. In the symphony of life, every note has its purpose, every melody its meaning. As you traverse the landscape of your existence, know that each moment is a brushstroke on the canvas of eternity, a testament to the boundless love and infinite wisdom of a God who is not done with you yet. When the storms of life rage and the winds of adversity blow, it's easy to lose sight of the shore. But in those turbulent waters, remember that you are not adrift alone. God is the anchor that steadies your soul, the lighthouse that guides your wayward heart back to safety. Even when the world seems to crumble around you, God is still at work, shaping and molding you into the person He created you to be. He sees the beauty in your brokenness, the potential in your pain, and He promises to never leave you nor forsake you, even in your darkest hour. So, do not despair when the road ahead seems long and arduous. For God is with you, leading you step by step, moment by moment, toward a future filled with hope and promise. Your story is not yet finished, and the best is yet to come. In the quiet moments of reflection, listen for the voice of God whispering to your heart. He speaks words of love and encouragement, reminding you that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, crafted in His image for a purpose greater than you can imagine. As you surrender your fears and doubts to God, He will exchange them for faith and confidence. He will breathe new life into your weary soul, filling you with a sense of purpose and direction that transcends the trials of this world. So lift your eyes to the heavens and take heart, for God is not done with you yet. Your story is still unfolding, and the chapters yet to be written are filled with hope and promise. Trust in the goodness of God and know that He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. In the end, when you stand before the throne of grace, you will see the beauty of God's plan unfolding before your eyes. You will understand that every trial, every setback, was merely a stepping stone on the path to your destiny. And you will rejoice knowing that God is not done with you yet, for your story is an eternal testament to His love and faithfulness.